He was hated by his own family, sold into slavery, and falsely imprisoned. But his darkest moments were merely steps on the ladder to his destiny. This is the saga of Joseph, the dreamer who saved nations. His journey from beloved son to exiled slave, and finally to a ruler second only to the Pharaoh, is a profound testament to endurance, wisdom, and the ultimate triumph of forgiveness over bitter resentment. Joseph was the 11th and favorite son of his father, Jacob. This deep affection was made outwardly and painfully, clear by the gift of a magnificent, vibrant robe. The coat of many colors, an emblem of Jacob's favoritism and Joseph's elevated status within the family structure. This distinction, coupled with Joseph's uncanny gift for interpreting dreams, which included prophetic visions where the sun, moon, and stars, and even his own brothers, bowed before him, fueled a bitter, corrosive jealousy among his 10 elder siblings. They could not tolerate the perceived arrogance of the young dreamer and plotted against him. Their hearts hardened by envy and a sense of injustice. The opportunity for their terrible scheme presented itself when Joseph was sent by his father to check on them as they pastured the flocks far from home. As soon as they saw him approaching in the distance, their hatred boiled over. Brother, angry, whispering, conspiratorial. Here comes that arrogant dreamer. This is our chance. Let's see what becomes of his grand dreams now. We will silence him, and then we will be rid of the constant reminder of our father's unfair favor. On that lonely, distant trip, the brothers seized their chance. They overpowered Joseph, stripping him violently of his colorful coat, the symbol of their resentment, and casting him cruelly into a deep, dry cistern, planning initially to leave him to perish. However, guided by a moment of pragmatism and a fleeting sense of guilt, they chose a different, equally devastating path. A caravan of passing traders on their way to Egypt offered a solution. The brothers lifted Joseph from the pit and sold him into the hands of the merchants for a meager 20 pieces of silver, a chilling price for the life of a brother. To cover their crime, they dipped Joseph's beautiful, torn coat into the blood of a goat and presented it to Jacob, allowing him to believe that his beloved son had been devoured by a savage beast, plunging the aged father into inconsolable grief. Joseph was taken to the mighty kingdom of Egypt and sold again, becoming the property of Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh and the captain of the guard. Despite his crushing circumstances, Joseph carried an undeniable light. He worked with diligence and honor, and with the clear blessing of the Creator, everything Joseph touched prospered. He quickly rose from a common slave to the trusted steward, who oversaw Potiphar's entire household, managing all his affairs. Yet success once again brought him trouble. Falsely and maliciously accused by Potiphar's wife after he refused her repeated advances, Joseph, maintaining his integrity even in the face of ruin, was unjustly thrown into the Pharaoh's cold, dark dungeon. Years passed in the gloom of the prison. Yet even in chains, Joseph remained faithful to his gifts and his purpose. Recognizing his wisdom and diligence, the keeper of the prison entrusted all the prisoners and their daily affairs to Joseph's care. During his confinement, 2 high-ranking officials of the court, the chief baker and the chief butler, were also imprisoned. Both men had troubling dreams on the same night. Joseph used his gift to interpret their visions accurately. The butler would be restored to his position in 3 days, and the baker would face execution. He pleaded with the butler to remember him upon his release, but in the relief and bustle of his freedom, the butler forgot Joseph entirely. 2 more years of unjust imprisonment passed. The key to Joseph's freedom and destiny finally lay in the troubled mind of the Pharaoh himself. The ruler of Egypt was tormented by a terrifying, inexplicable dream. 7 healthy, fat cows were swallowed whole by 7 sickly, thin cows, and 7 full heads of grain were consumed by 7 withered, blighted stalks. None of the royal magicians or wise men could offer a satisfactory explanation. It was then, in a desperate moment, that the chief butler finally remembered the remarkable young Hebrew in the dungeon. Joseph was quickly summoned from his cell, cleaned, and brought before the magnificent presence of the Pharaoh. He stood calmly before the most powerful man in the world, attributing his gift not to himself, but to the divine power that worked through him. Joseph revealed the meaning. Egypt was about to experience 7 years of immense, unprecedented abundance, a time of overflowing harvest and prosperity, which would be immediately followed by 7 years of devastating, crippling famine that would consume the entire land and its memory of plenty. Pharaoh was awestruck by the clarity and wisdom of the interpretation and the counsel Joseph offered. He recognized in Joseph a spirit of profound intelligence and integrity. Pharaoh, majestic, deeply impressed. Can we find a man like this, in whom the spirit of the Creator resides? Since the divine power has shown you all this, there is no one so discerning and wise as you. Immediately, Pharaoh appointed Joseph as the second in command, the governor over all of Egypt. Joseph was given Pharaoh's signet ring, fine linen robes, and a gold chain, symbolizing his absolute authority to execute the plan. For 7 years, Joseph wisely and systematically traveled the land, collecting and storing massive reserves of grain in the cities, preparing for the predicted disaster. When the famine finally struck, a global, severe hunger that impacted the entire known region, Egypt was prepared. Joseph opened the storehouses, saving his new country and drawing desperate people from all nations to buy food. Driven by the same hunger, Joseph's 10 elder brothers were forced to journey hundreds of miles from their homeland to Egypt to seek provision. They bowed low before the powerful Egyptian governor, Joseph. They did not recognize the man they had betrayed. His life, his manner, and his power were utterly changed. After a series of dramatic, carefully orchestrated encounters designed to test their character and humility, Joseph, overwhelmed with emotion, finally revealed himself, weeping openly before his astonished siblings. "I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt." He quickly moved to comfort their fear and guilt. He understood that his suffering had served a far greater purpose, a divine plan to preserve his family and countless others. "Do not be distressed or angry with yourselves for selling me here. For it was not you who sent me, but the Creator, who has made me a father to Pharaoh and Lord of all. Egypt! You intended this act of betrayal and evil against me, but the Creator intended it for good, to bring it about that the lives of many people should be saved, as is happening today. He brought his entire family, his father, his brothers, and their children, to settle in the rich land of Goshen, where they were protected and provided for under his governorship. The story of Joseph is the ultimate narrative of redemption and providence, proving that betrayal can be redirected into destiny, and that the power of wisdom, perseverance, and forgiveness is the only true way to break the painful cycle of resentment and revenge. This incredible saga reminds us that even when we are plunged into the deepest despair by the injustice of others, a higher power can turn those moments into steps toward our destiny. And that forgiveness is the ultimate power. If this powerful saga resonated with your spirit, please smash the like button, share it with someone who needs a reminder that their trials are temporary, and subscribe to Everlight Animations for continuous access to more epic stories of faith, wisdom, and the enduring power of redemption.